Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm particularly excited to be back on this channel after a while. I don't really feel ready to start, but you just have to start. So I welcome you guys to my channel once again. And a lot of people were asking me, a lot of my friends that knew me, were asking me, okay, what happened? Why did you stop making YouTube video? What's up? I was looking forward to your videos and all those things. And I think I uploaded my last video somewhere around December. Yeah, it was December. I'm actually a wedding and event photographer, and December-January period is kind of the peak of our work. We shoot a lot of events and wedding back to back, and even after shooting, you have to use the whole of January to tidy up and deliver the job. So I really couldn't combine it in making videos. So I just decided, I'll have to take a little break on this. While I was on this break, I had the time to actually do a little bit of sober reflection to ask myself, why am I actually doing this? Is this really necessary? Am I doing this thing just to get popular or to blow or make money? What was actually my motive? And I kind of discovered that, this is something I really wanted to do, because even in my busy schedule, while I was very, very busy, traveling and doing a lot of shooting, it was at the back of my mind to create content. Yeah, I discovered that this was maybe from the things I've passed through, but relationship is something that personally I love to talk about. I love to talk about the whole thing, boy meets girl. It's a particular subject that interests me a lot. I would actually like to put it this way: relationships are very, very important, and not just in the context of romantic relationship, but your everyday relationship. And I discovered one thing: the quality of relationships you have is to a large extent dependent on the things you know. And also, once in a while, all of us, we do run into relationship issues, whether it's between siblings, between you and your friend, between you and your love, your husband, your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend, all those things. Relationship issues are things that are just unavoidable. We encounter it every day. And how you handle these things and make the best out of relationship you have, to a large extent, is dependent on what you know. So that's actually the aim of having a community like this. Get to share information, get to know more about how to handle relationship issues, because from my own life, if I knew some of the things I knew now, I would have made better choices in the past. Some people that, some relationship that died wouldn't have died, you get. But we learn every day and we grow daily. So when I was on this break, I had the opportunity to learn a lot of things, which I'll be sharing. I think there are maybe 4 or 5 things that I learned while on this break. The first thing I actually learned while I was in this break is that people are actually watching. Yeah, people are actually watching. You might be doing that thing in your head that it seems like it's just a little thing that who knows. Or maybe you might even be creating content like this and putting out videos, and at the end of making the video, just see something like 10 views, 20 views, 50 views, 100 views, and your mind just looks like, I'm not making any headway, I'm not making any impact, this thing is not working. But trust me, people are watching. Some people might not comment on your video, they might not like, but they are seeing what you're doing, and they are watching out for consistency. So when I went on this break, a lot of people were reaching out. They were saying, you're no longer making videos. At a point, it looks as if for me it became embarrassing. Like I wasn't able to carry on, I wasn't able to push through on what I started. But I always tell them that I just need to set a lot of things right, and I'll be back. The second thing I learned while on this break is that it's very difficult to be effective if you're chasing a lot of things at the same time. Like I had to make a list of all the things that was involved. Of course, making YouTube channel is not the only thing I do. Making YouTube videos is not the only thing I do. I have a regular 9 to 5. I run a wedding company. I also run a creative community. I have a lot of other things that I'm involved in, and I had to make a list of all the things I was involved in, and I had to pick, I had to prioritize. And I learned that from this break, it's okay to defer some things until you have the time and the space to do them. They'll say, a lot of motivational speakers will tell you, take action, you have to go out and do it. But it's not when you have an idea, it's not every idea that you have to go out to pursue it immediately. There are some ideas that you have to really advise yourself that, in this time, I don't have the time, I don't have the resources, I don't even have what it would take to pull out this idea. And it's okay to defer it to some time, in future, where you can be able to do it. Like in the case of this YouTube video, I knew that, I just needed I just needed maybe 1 or 2 months out to settle all the outstanding issues I have, and also put in structures that will enable me to be consistent in this video. So that was exactly what I did. So it's okay to defer some things until you're able, you have the time and the chance to do them. So the third thing I learned on this while I was on this break is, it might sound cliche, but if you're really going to be making content online, you have to make a content around something you love, because making content is very tedious, it's very demanding, and the only way you can get to push through all the challenges and all the things if it stems from a place of something that you actually love, something you love doing. Because while I was on this break, while I was doing other things, I was still having content ideas, topics I'm going to talk on, things that I'm going to do, but I knew that, okay, at that point I'm not making YouTube videos now, so I was just writing them down, because inside of me, despite all the challenges it takes in making a YouTube video, this was something that I love to do. This is something I love to talk about, because I must tell you, making content is hard. You have to do the research, you have to write it down, you have to film yourself, you have to edit, you have to think of titles, you have to think of description, captions, thumbnail, all those things. A lot goes into making content online, and one of the ways you actually survive is doing something that you love to do. That will actually make it less burdensome doing some of these things. The next thing I learned, this one is very huge, but the next thing I learned is that it's going to take a lot more than you anticipated. Sometimes you just have this idea as entrepreneurs, as business people, as creative people. You just have this idea, it just comes with this rush, and you look at it, maybe you do a little feasibility study and say that this is something I can do this, and you jump into it. Most times it's going to take more than you anticipated. Like when I was starting this YouTube video, I was thinking that I knew it was difficult. I knew that the key thing is to be consistent with them, but I underestimated how much it would actually take to be consistent. I would find a topic, make some research about it, do some write-ups on it. Then I will set the camera. I'll be the one that was shooting all by myself. I will set the camera, come back, sit in front of the camera, talk. You have to go back, you have to edit it, you have to upload it online, you have to find some captions, description, design a thumbnail around it, and do all these things. Was burning me out, and I didn't know that it's going to take all this to be able to make a quality content. So that's the lesson number 4. Yeah, most times it's going to take a lot more than you anticipated, and that's not in any way to make you not to go on with that idea you have or go on with that business you have. It's just for you to brace yourself and be prepared that, okay, no matter how the going gets, we are going to push through this idea, we are going to push through it. And then to the final one, this was what I discovered about YouTube. Like, if you're going to be creating content online, you need a team. You absolutely need a team. Except maybe you're doing the whole content thing full time. Even if you're doing it full time, it will take a while before people start to notice you. It will take a while before you start getting profitable, for you to be able to do it full time. Meaning that for a lot of content creators, they'll have other things they are doing to be able to support themselves, depending when they blow, as Nigerians should actually say that. But that you're going to need a team. There's a lot that goes into content creation. You need the brainstorming. You need, even if you get an idea, you actually need a team that, you can bounce the idea off them, discuss it. You actually need to be very, very effective. You need people that will shoot. You need people that will edit for you. You need people that will generate thumbnail for you. You need there are a lot of things that goes into content, and the more you can actually outsource each and every part of this content creation cycle, the more effective you're going to become. So definitely you're going to need a team. In my own case, it was actually burning me out. So I figured that, now I had to get someone. Instead of being the one with my busy schedule that will edit my videos, I'll get somebody to do it. I'll get somebody to shoot, so that the more I eliminate each and every one of these stumbling blocks, the more consistent I'm going to be doing. So that was actually what I did. It was actually the 5 lessons that I learned while on this break. And coming back, I hope to be much more consistent on this channel. At least every 1 video or 2 videos every week. Yeah, we'll do it. For the big announcement, something happened while I was on break that actually created a new perspective to this whole thing we do and this whole relationship talk. I was having let me not say relationship issue, but there was a relationship that was not just working out. And someone would think that, with the level of materials I've read, things I've read, even people that I advise and all those things, that I will be able to on my own handle it. But something I discovered about this relationship thing is that it's easy to advise somebody until you're the one in that shoes. And even somebody that's, let's say there's something like the world best relationship advisor, when that person is having relationship crisis, most times that person will need somebody else to advise them. Why? Because when you're the one passing through it, the whole emotions kind of colors your perspective. I was having this issue until I spoke to one of my friends about it, and the way the guy just x-rayed the whole things and even created fresh perspective that I didn't even know. I was like, wow, how many more people out there are going to be having this kind of issues, and they don't have like a platform where they could actually come to share these issues. Maybe it might not be there, it might be a friend they know or somebody else that is passing through. So I want to create a community where these kind of questions can be shared. Even if you're the one passing through it and you don't want to own up, you can always use someone is passing through this kind of thing. So I want to create that kind of community where we can kind of share our relationship problems or relationship problems of others that are close to us, and then you get different perspective on it, because ultimately nobody is going to tell you what to do in your relationship. It's just to maybe paint a full picture, paint a broader picture for you to see. Then you on your own will decide, okay, what will be the best course of action to take in this kind of situation. So I'm going to be creating a community. If you're interested in joining, the link will be somewhere in the description below. So just click the link and join the community. We'll have days of the week we are going to be posting, relationship troubles, that need answers, relationship issues that need answers. And then I'm going to be making a whole new episode where I will invite seasoned guests and we'll discuss some of these questions. The goal is for us to be better informed, for us to have more meaningful relationship, and for us to make better decisions, because everyone would. The reason why a lot of relationships are not working out just boils down to what you know, how much information, how much knowledge do you know, and most of those information even entails knowing who to choose and who not to choose. So till then, I'll see you guys in the next video. But before then, like this video, subscribe, let me know what you think in the comment section below based on everything I've said. Some people will just watch your video and they won't comment, they won't like. If you don't comment, I won't know what you think. So just like, subscribe, comment, leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'm going to see you in the next video.